Welcome to Raw Perfect classes. Today in this video I will discuss about collection of data, and this topic is taken from +1 economics. First of all, I will discuss about what are the important points which should we remember. First point, we should keep in mind that how to collect data, and then what will we collect and where we get these data. We have two types of data, primary and secondary data. Data which is collected by investigator himself, that is known as primary data. That data which is collected by someone and used by investigator, that is known as secondary data. What are the difference between primary and secondary data? Primary data is original data which is collected by investigator, and secondary data is already existing which is not original. Primary data is always collected for a specific purpose, while secondary data which has already been collected for some other purpose. Primary is costlier and it is more expensive because it is original, and secondary data is less expensive because it is collected from another source, not from original source. Now next topic is what are the sources of collection of primary data. Direct personal interview. The data is personally collected by interviewer. Indirect oral investigation means data which is collected from third parties who have information about that particular subject. And third method is information from correspondents, means data is collected from those agents who are appointed in an area of investigation. Fourth method, mailed questionnaire. Data which is collected through questionnaire which will be mailed to informant and which is list of questions. Fifth method, questionnaire filled by the enumerators. Data which is collected by trained enumerators who fill questionnaires from informants. Telephonic interviews. Data which is collected through an interview over telephone with interviewers, that is known as telephonic interviews. Questionnaire, a list of questions with space for answers. Now next, pilot survey. What is pilot survey? When we try out of questionnaire on a small group to find out its shortcomings, that is known as pilot survey. Qualities of a good questionnaire. क्वालिटी ऑफ ए गुड क्वेश्चनियर, जो गुड क्वेश्चनियर है उसकी क्या क्वालिटीज़ होनी चाहिए? अ कवरिंग लेटर विद ऑब्जेक्टिव्स एंड स्कोप ऑफ सर्वे. सेकेंड, minimum number of questions. There should be minimum number of questions. They should be avoid personal questions. Questions should be clear and simple. Questions should be logically arranged. Now next topic, what are the difference between census method and sampling method? First, in census method every unit of population studied, but in sampling method few units of populations are studied. Second, in census method reliable and accurate result we will find, but through the sampling method we will get less reliable, less accurate results. In census method we can say it is very expensive. In sampling method we can say it is less expensive method. Census method which is suitable when population is homogeneous nature, means same nature, but sampling method is suitable when population is of heterogeneous nature, means different types of nature. Now next, personal interview method. What is a personal interview method and what are the advantages and disadvantages of personal interview method? Advantages: it is highest response rate. It allows all types of questions and it allows clearing doubts regarding questions. What are the disadvantages of personal interview method? It is most expensive. It is informants can be influenced. They can take more time. Now, mailed questionnaire method. What are the advantages, disadvantages of mailed questionnaire method? Advantages: it is very least expensive. It has only method to reach remote areas. Informants can be influenced. But the disadvantages: it has long response time. It cannot be used by illiterates and doubts cannot be cleared regarding the questions. Now, next, telephonic interview method. What is a telephonic interview method and what are the advantages and disadvantages? Telephonic interview methods first advantage is it is relatively low cost. It is relatively high response rate. It is less influence on the informants. Disadvantages: it is limited use. It has a limited use. Reactions cannot be watched. Respondents can be influenced. Now next, census method, data which is collected from each and every unit of populations. Sample method, data which is collected from few units of populations and results which is applied to the whole group. That is sample method. Universe or population in statistics, total items under study. Sample is a section of population from which information is to be obtained. Now next topic is what are the sources of secondary data. First, published source. Published source include government publications, semi-government publications, etc. Unpublished source include Census of India. They are collected by organization for their own record. Sampling method include random sampling and non-random sampling. Random sampling. What is random sampling? It is a sampling method in which we take all items equal chance of being selected and individuals who are selected just like the ones who are not selected. Non-random sampling is that sampling in which all types of items do not have an equal chance. They can be selected and judgment of the investigators plays a very important role in non-random sampling. What are the types of statistical errors? There are two types of statistical errors, sampling errors and non-sampling errors. Sampling errors means it is a difference between sample value, actual value of a characteristics of a population. Non-sampling errors are that which accurate the stage of collecting data. What are the types of non-sampling errors? Errors of measurement due to the incorrect response, errors of non-response of some units of sample selected. Sampling wise occurs when sample does not include some member of the targeted population. Census of India, it provides complete and continuous demographic record of population, national sample survey organization, and it conducts national surveys on socio-economic issues. Thank you. If you like my video, please like and share my channel with your friends and don't be forget to subscribe to my channel for upcoming videos.